Yeah, we're going. Okay, guys, good evening, all. I mean, it's awesome. Sorry for the video, the break. I sincerely don't get what's going on with my camera right now. But, guys, so my name's Doom Victor, as you all know. I'll be your host for today and also your speaker as well. Pardon my excess smiling. I'm just full of. It's been awesome so far. I promise. It's been so awesome. I If you have been blessed so far, if you have learned so much, right? Feedback helps us as a community. Feedback actually helps. I want you to in the comments, just helped so far. I want to know how far have you gone? What exactly have you? Comment below. I'm going to be real today. All right. I'm going to be real today. I'm just talking from my head. Nothing good. All right. I really want to apologize for the where this is coming from. My technical team is working on resolving it. But while that's going on, let's get back. Let's get straight into what we're going to be talking about today. Well, I titled this Making Impact. Making impact as a youth. Making impact as a youth. That's what I titled today. Making impact at a young age. So I'm going to talk straight off from my head, right? What do we mean by making impact? What's impact, right? How do we make impact? To what extent are we expected to make impact? What are the driving forces? Why should we make impact? What is impact in the first place? I mean, as a young youth, living my best life with my daddy's money, in my awesome yacht, and the enjoyments I've been having from the Maybachs to the fast cars and all. I'm not broke. So why exactly would I need to make impact? Maybe that's the question you're asking yourself. Maybe I have my life sorted at the age of 17. What does it mean to make impact? It cuts across every level of, endeavor actually. We're not just talking about people that are struggling now financially. We're not just talking about people that are set up. It cuts across all levels, right? Impact. First of all, I love to look up the word impact. What does it mean? What exactly is impact? All right. What's impact? Like I said, I'm going to be real today. I'm trying to search it up now. What is impact? And what I'm getting from my search is this. All right. Impact is, in literal terms, you've been able to touch lives, even if it's just one. Someone remembers you for something. All right. Now, something, I didn't say anything in particular. So you can have positive impact and negative impact. An impact is not just financial. People remember you for something. Maybe you did good to them in a way nobody did, or you did evil to them in a way nobody has ever done, right? Maybe you caused them to cry, maybe shed a tear of joy, tear of sadness, whichever one, right? That's impact. You had impact on their life. Okay. You do something for someone other than yourself. That's impact. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And I'm not here to think your life's goals, your life's direction, this. You're going to strengthen your resolve, what you've already decided to do, to press more, into making that happen. That's one of the major things you're going to find. I'm not comfortable with the way the camera is going. But guys, tell me if you're okay with it, please. Just help me confirm. If you're okay with the way the camera is going. Impact. Every human being wants to be remembered for something. Deep down, you want your life to remember me for. That's impact. Different people have different ways of expressing this desire. Different ways, people have different ways of expressing this zeal, this drive. Some decide to sing, and so they go into music, not necessarily for the money or for the fame, for impact. So people remember them. This guy touches me. When I'm feeling so down, I listen to his song, my spirit gets lifted, right? And they end up building a business from it. They end up living from that, right? That's impact. Some people decide, okay, I want to solve a problem. I want to build a business that solves a problem for people. I mean, before Microsoft, you could not use the PCs. I promise you, you can't. And it was not so good, I promise. But he came and changed that because he felt people need to interact with the system. And he ensured that was done. He made impact. And we see impact, right? You should remember Bill Gates, you did that impact. Guys, be looking at my face because this, oh my day, it's not just me now. Guys, this is so not good. Something's wrong. Something's wrong, guys. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong somewhere, guys. All right, guys, just give me 1 second while we figure this out. I'm so sorry. Let's figure this out. Keeps breaking. Let me confirm. It's not breaking. Okay, guys, I feel like we've resolved it. All right. So back to what I was saying about Bill Gates' impact. But he chose to do that in business, right? And we can go on and on. We have people who decide to do that in ministry. It's not a news, right? We have fathers of faith that believe in touching lives spiritually. People who are struggling with depression, people who are struggling with demonic problems and the bridge between God and man in the lives of certain people. That's impact. And so that's what we want to look into. What does impact entail? What exactly are we talking about when we say impact? Okay, so so that's what we're talking about. 3 simple ideas to actually impact your world. So 3 simple ideas, 3 simple ways. Okay. The first, you're created for your purpose. And chances are that what I do is going to mean more to you probably in the next future, right? It's one thing so many people struggle with. What is your purpose? What is my purpose in life? And we're like, I don't understand. What exactly do you mean by purpose? Yes, I understand that. And I usually say this: God reveals to you in part. Your purpose is time based. Your purpose is time based. When you were in your mother's womb, you existed. You were going to be there for 9 months. The plan was not to go to school. They were not so sure that you even come to us. A lot of people get miscarriages. So the plan and purpose was that you come out alive, right? That whole process was time-based. But once you came out, the purpose changed. It was no longer to stay alive. It was now to live. The goal was for him to walk, for you to run, take your first step, make your first word, get to school so you can learn how to talk. Purpose is time-based. And it keeps getting open based on time. But I tell you one thing that helps direct your path. It's impact. So you start by, okay, I'm 12. What exactly can I do? What do you like to do? Maybe you like telling stories. Okay, how many people do you want to tell stories to that they remember? Maybe you want to tell stories to 10,000 persons. All right, start with your friends. Tell this friend, I want to tell you a story. Do you mind? And then you spend the next 5-10 minutes humoring them. Maybe they laugh at you. Maybe they mock you. Find another group of people. Tell them. You start. Then you go online. Ways I can tell stories. What's storytelling about? How do I become a very good storyteller? You probably create a YouTube account, maybe an Instagram account, maybe a TikTok account. Up your game. Use AI. Generate a storyline. Generate a script. Read it out. Live it. Act it out. Guess what? As you keep doing that, you keep getting better every single day. Every single time you're doing it. Maybe you build a routine. We'll get to that later on. You build something and keep up with it. Maybe you're doing it 2 times a week. People now know you as a storytelling guy. There's this guy I came across on IG. It's Oli the Car Kid. I believe you guys must have probably come across him. Oli the Car Kid, right? He reviews cars, sports cars, right? A lot of crazy, insane sport cars. He just talks about them and asks for a rev. Can we get a rev? With his guys, he just goes and like, can you rev your car a bit? And then they record the whole session and post it on IG. You may think it's nothing, but because he was getting rich, a lot of companies were interested in the guy. They were interested in reaching out to him, with this kid because it's getting us rich. People are buying our cars because of Oli, right? You may not be able to build a big business from that, but I promise you, people will know you, and attention is currency. Anything, right? We know a lot of comedians. People don't necessarily like the content, but the consistency is another thing, right? So, another way that you start is solve an actual problem. Probably you are so good at, photography, and you take crazy pictures with your iPhone. You take crazy pictures with whatever phone you have. One of your camera, do a DIY video. How to do a complete photo shoot for yourself at home with your camera. Do another one. Ask your audience, do you like my content? What do you want me to tell you? They make suggestions. You could take pictures and post them online. Get yourself out there. Let people know what you're doing. Right? Pick a real pain point. I know someone who where her mates in school had issues getting stuff from the friends who would have classes from morning all the way till evening, and they stayed alone, so they had to cook and they had to said, okay, fine. Since you can't go to the market, since you can't go to the mall, I'll go for you. You pay me, right? Just a little. on for transportation and some other things. So they were like, fine, why not? And she started with two of her friends, and then they go to friends. And before you know, she was a vendor. People would call her, place an order, business, and now she's big. I can't call names, right? She's big. Pain point. It wasn't so big at the time, but it was a pain point. All right. Places like that. They struggle with cold. And so when you're cold, you want to take something hot that's so you don't get so cold. And so people go for coffee, right? And it also helps you stay active. Have access to coffee as well as they do now, right? So getting access was a problem. Getting that comfort while you drink is a problem. And Starbucks decided, okay, fine, let's get that done. I don't know when they started. I feel like it's a bad idea or a bad example, but I'm still driving home a point. Start in one place. Solve that problem. People now have lemonade. So because they can satisfy their thirst. Once you start with one place, you move from one to another place. You're solving problems for people there. Before you know, you scale. Start by selecting a real pain point. All right. Then we move on to the next thing. Choose tools that are free. A lot of times, one of our major problems is money related. We tell ourselves it's money. If I can just get $1 million, just 1 million to change my life forever, I'll do this business, I'll pay my attention, I'll do my due diligence, I'll succeed if I just get $1 million. I just need someone to give me $1 million, right? Or you're Nigerian, like, if I just see Dangote, my life has changed. He just blesses me with 100 million naira. That's beautiful. Some people do it and then they just go far in life. But not everybody. It doesn't work for everybody, I promise. And that's not a scalable way to go. You can't replicate it. So what I tell you to do is simple. Start free. Start with something you can afford. Right. Pick a problem, start with something you can afford. Just start. The earlier you start, the earlier you're going to fail. The earlier you fail, the earlier you're able to iterate. I've been using this word iterate for a bit, and I believe a lot of people are probably wondering, what does iterate mean? I am going to tell you right now. To iterate means to, change the way a thing is done. To change the way a thing is done in a way that it makes you better, right? Makes you better. That's what iteration means. Okay. So I've been streaming for a bit. I found out that when I started, I didn't start with thumbnails. And I found out that thumbnails create more reach. Right. Thumbnails create more reach. Thumbnails. So I said, okay, fine, let's get thumbnails done. That's iteration. And you can also call it innovation. That's fine. But let's stick to iteration. So iterate what it is you're doing, right? And optimize the game. It doesn't have to. Note, we're talking about impact here. You want to reach many people. You want people to by getting what you're doing in their faces. Oh, generate a script. Pick a camera. Place it. Act. You made up the whole, plot and everything. Post it. Create this challenge, maybe a 60-day challenge. Gonna be consistent. Even if it's 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 2 minutes a day, make a content and post it. Be consistent. Get your thing in their face. All right. Once they know you, you can build on that. What's the next one? What's the next one? What's the next one? Use tools. I'm not done. Use tools are free. You have free AI tools. Journey can help you with pictures. ChatGPT can help you with pictures. Canva can help you with design. Can help you with videos. You could trend with these informations. That you're into music, sing. You have 11 labs. If you don't want to use your voice, get inspiration from YouTube. Duplicate that, replicate that, and get yourself out there. Just get yourself out there, guys. Just get yourself out there. And then be consistent, even when it's quiet. Now, I'll tell you something about this. Prior to now, I had no intention of going live. I spoke with my friends. I told them I was done, so done. I've been having issues with consistency, right? You see my this channel, I had a challenge. We intended to go pull through it. My company was going to go from 0 to a billion. We've gone high. We're close on 10 million right now. But getting to a billion just stressed us out mentally. And so we didn't make content about it. We went for a pitch. We won $900,000. We didn't make any content about it. It's just been low key, right? Not necessarily because we didn't have anything. We've done the scripts. We've done everything. We've got the cameras. We've got the microphones. Everything. Just in record. Consistency. But I've noticed that when you do a little thing today and do another little thing tomorrow, and another little thing the next day, and do another little thing the next day, it compounds. I know we all know Ashton Hall here. Ashton Hall, the guy that runs and washes his face, dips his face in a bucket of ice water. Yeah, that guy. He's on his day 1,800 or so. He's been doing this for literally 3 years, guys. Every single day he posts a video for 1,000 plus days. That's crazy. That's mad consistency. Over 3 years, every day. That's gotten him to, build a routine, keep to the routine, even on days he doesn't want to. On days he's not feeling it. On days he's sick. On days he's well. On days he's happy. On days he's occupied. He cancels different things. He just makes it work. He makes it work. That's how you make impact. Another one I'd like to chip in is you think of other people. Right. I won't be here if I was thinking about myself. I've got books to read. I've got stuff to do. I've got plannings. I've got pitch. I've got a lot of things. But I'm thinking about you, the viewer. You need that push. You need that motivation. You need that. You need that advice. Right. I may not know everything, but I know this. Just get started today, and you keep up with the concept. You keep up with what you're doing. So, all those questions. How do I know what I'm doing is actually making impact or just noise? Yeah, I didn't quite go into details, but this is the question. How do I know if what I'm doing is actually making impact or it's just noise? You don't. A lot of the time, you don't know what you're doing, if what you're doing is making impact until you've done it for a bit or a long time. All right. There's no way the creator of YouTube, the founder of YouTube right now would say, I have billions of people use this platform. But on the days where he was in the idea about what to do, how to do this, how to pull this off, I don't think he knew this was how far it was going to go, right? He just put in the work. So put in the work. Don't worry about yourself. Don't wait until you're ready. Yeah, I'll say this one. Don't wait until you feel ready. Do it tired. Do it unprepared. Do it when you don't know. Do it ashamed. Get laughed at. Get mocked. It will build you. Yes. Look at something. Today is 20th June, right? 20th June 2025. If I had not done this video today and do it tomorrow, guess what? I'll be doing it on the 21st. 20 years would have never happened again and will never ever happen again. So if I didn't go live today, I would never ever be able to go live on the 20th of June 2025. So I lost that day. Right? So every single day you say I'm not ready, you're losing that day. Every single time you say I'm waiting for this perfect phone, I'm waiting for the perfect time, I'm waiting for the perfect idea, I'm waiting for the perfect team. Whatever's perfect won't come. Just get started. Just get started. Microsoft didn't make a billion in its first year. Amazon didn't. Shopify didn't. All of these companies, they didn't make it in the first year. They didn't become so big in the first year. The idea, they had the concept. And so they started working on it. Brick by brick, by brick, by brick. And where they are today. All right. So next question. What if I don't feel like an expert yet? Should I still try to teach or build something? Trust me. Nobody does. At first, nobody. I'm so sorry. I'm stressed out. Just get started, guys. You may not feel like you're an expert. Maybe everything is negating what you feel, what you think you're doing. You have the money. You don't have the money, literally, right? You don't have any connections. You don't have. Okay, get started. Another, how do I deal with self? Think you are. I feel from past experiences, I tell you, everybody has that kind of story. A lot of self-made billionaires, they always get looked down on. They always get looked down on. It's not thing. It's not peculiar to you alone. It's even one tendency, one thing that goes. Every single time. Even Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, was looked down on. People didn't know he was the Son of God. They didn't care. They were like, what good could. Till date, people still laugh at him, like the concept of Jesus. They're like, no, it's so good to be. They don't rate him. They don't. So it's fine. Make them. Do it to spite them. It is. All right. Someone asked how that makes money without losing my values. How do you turn your passion into something that makes money without losing your values? Pretty simple. There are a lot of passion. I understand that, right? But you can build around it. It doesn't have to be your passion. Oh. Exactly, that makes you money. Investing is a thing, all right? So see how best you can start up. Start with what you can. Build cash flow businesses, stocks, learn and get started, right? Guys, so this is where I'm going to draw the curtain. So I'm going to draw the curtain, guys. I want to take this personally. This week, start something. Section. If you watch this video at this point, type in the comment section. I'm going to reply you. Start something. I will start today. Type, I will start today. Make a list, all right, of what you're going to do and start it. Maybe a story post, a voice note, a Google form, a small offer, a podcast, a pre-sale, a blog, whatever. Just start, guy. Impact doesn't come from watching 100 webinars. It comes from action. It doesn't come from joining live upon live upon live. doesn't come from scrolling aimlessly on TikTok or YouTube. Just start something. You've consumed too many people's content. It's time for people to consume yours. Yes, start. Start. All right, start. You don't need any money. You don't need permission. You don't need age to be impactful. You don't need money. You don't need permission or age to be impactful. Just a decision to show up, to solve a problem, to serve a community. Now you're showing up every day. And the more you solve the problem, the more problems you solve, the more money you make, right? The more your community grows, the more money you make, right? The more you show up, the more people know you, and the more money you make, the more impact you make. So, with all that said, guys, thank you so much for joining today's live. Thank you so, so much. To actually be here and spend time with you. I feel so alive now. All right. Thank you so much for that. So, we're going to see you Monday, day 11. Stop. Don't snooze. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Peace out.
That was good.